My name is Kale Draven, and I've lived on Mars for 17 years. I was 12 when we left Earth, me, my mom, and 300 others packed into the Odyssey 4, a rust bucket colony ship that barely made the trip. Earth was a mess by 2079, storms, floods, cities underwater. Mars was the lifeline, a dusty promise sold by the United Colonies Pact. They called us pioneers. I called it exile. We landed in Hellas Basin, a crater wide enough to swallow half of Texas. The first domes went up fast, translucent shells over red dirt, pumped with recycled air that smelled like metal and regret. I'm 29 now, a hydrotech, keeping the water flowing in New Athens, our biggest settlement. Population, 4,872. We're not thriving, but we're alive. Barely. The day it started, I was elbow-deep in a filtration unit, fixing a clog. My comms crackled, Mom's voice, sharp with static. Kale, get to the hub. Now. She's on the council, one of the old-timers who still think Mars can be Earth 2.0. I wiped my hands, grabbed my breather mask, and jogged through the tunnels, curved corridors of reinforced polycarb, red dust pressed against the walls like it wanted in. The hub was chaos. People crowded the central dome, voices bouncing off the ceiling. Mom stood on a platform with the council, her gray hair pulled tight, face pale. A holoscreen flickered behind her, showing a feed from the outer sensors, a dust storm, bigger than anything we'd seen, rolling over the horizon like a tidal wave of rust. It's a planet killer, she said, voice flat. 3 days out. We've got no shield strong enough. Panic hit like a punch. Storms were normal, grit clogging vents, static frying comms, but this? The last big one, a decade back, cracked Dome 3 and killed 19. This was worse. I pushed through the crowd, reached Mom. What's the plan? I asked, louder than I meant. She looked at me, eyes tired. Evacuate to the mines. Hope they hold. The mines were old, dug in the early days for iron and ice, abandoned when the veins ran dry. Deep, narrow, a warren of tunnels under the basin. We had 72 hours to move 4,000 people, food, water, air tanks. I didn't sleep. None of us did. I hauled crates, patched leaks, watched kids cry as parents dragged them underground. The storm's howl grew, a low moan through the domes, sand scraping like fingernails. Day 2, I found something. I was sealing a tunnel vent when my scanner pinged, faint, erratic, not dust interference. A signal, coming from below, deeper than the mines went. I called Mom over comms. You seeing this? She patched in the tech crew, Ria Voss, our geologist, and Tariq Amin, comms guy. They met me at Shaft 7, a dead-end tunnel sloping into dark. Ria's scanner lit up. It's structured, she said, frowning. Not natural. Too rhythmic. Tariq nodded. Old frequency, pre-colony. Could be a relic. Mars wasn't supposed to have relics. The Pact swore it was dead when we got here. I grabbed a drill. We're checking it. Mom's voice cut in. Kale, no time. Storm's accelerating. I ignored her. The drill bit through regolith, hit metal, smooth, cold, not ours. We cleared a hatch, rusted but sealed, etched with symbols I didn't recognize. Ria traced one, a spiral. This isn't human, she whispered. Tariq laughed, nervous. What, Martians? The hatch groaned open. Stale air hissed out, dry as bone. Inside, a chamber, walls of dark alloy, lights flickering on, dim and blue. A console sat in the center, humming, screens alive with glyphs. Ria's scanner spiked. Power source, deep core. Geothermal, maybe. Tariq tapped a screen, it flared, projecting a holomap, Mars, but wrong. Oceans, green plains, a living planet. This is old, he said. Millions of years. I stared. Mars wasn't always dead. Someone, lived here, built this. Then the ground shook. Dust sifted from the ceiling. "Storm's here," Mom barked over comms. "Get out." Too late. The tunnel sealed behind us, rockfall, tons of it. We were trapped with whatever this was. The storm hit topside. I heard it through the comms before they cut out, dome glass shattering, screams, static. Down here, the chamber held. We had air, light, no way back. Rhea studied the console, hands shaking. "It's a log," she said. "Last entry, translated rough, the red consumes." We fade. Tarek found a power grid. "It's tied to the planet. Could be a shield, dormant." I didn't hesitate. "Turn it on." Tarek hesitated. "We don't know what it does." Rhea nodded. "Could save them up there." He flipped it. The chamber roared, lights blazed, walls vibrated, a pulse shot upward. My comms flickered back, Mom's voice, faint. "Kale, storm's stopping." "How?" I couldn't answer. The console sparked, glyphs shifting. A new hollow flared, a figure, humanoid but not human, translucent, 7 feet tall. It spoke, voice like grinding stone, "You wake us. The red hungers again." The chamber trembled, cracks splitting the floor. Rhea yelled, "It's waking something." Tarek grabbed my arm. "Shields up, but something's alive down here." The figure vanished, the console died. Silence, then a rumble, deep, rising. We ran to the hatch, dug through rubble with bare hands. Above, New Athens stood, domes cracked but holding, the storm fading. Mom met us, face ashen. "What did you do?" I didn't know. The shield saved us, but that rumble grew, slow, steady, from below. Night fell, and the ground pulsed, a heartbeat in the dirt. Rhea found a final glyph on the hatch, "Sleepers rise when red wakes." We'd survived the storm. But Mars wasn't ours anymore. Days later, a crack split the basin floor, black, endless. Something moved inside. We'd lived here 17 years, thinking we were alone. We were wrong.